So this week, my boyfriend triggered a childhood memory that I didn't even realize I was still carrying. Now I'm unpacking it with my mom. And of course, my brother will be joining the conversation too. Hold on, I'm calling my mom.
Hit the line, what's the tea? They talk about everything. Goes on, I'm calling my mom. Paul is here, Barb too, and they talk about everything. Goes on, I'm calling my mom.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. Here we are.
Here we are.
Are you going to say hi to me and hi to the people?
Hi, honey. How are you?
What about the people?
Hi, peeps.
There we go.
Hey,
How are
peeps.
you? How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little hot right now.
I know. I'm like, girl, I'm making her put on the robe, and she's like, I'm getting a little. Oh, we can take off the robe then if you need the fans to sleep. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I got my menopausal mama in here, and I'm like, girl, you better put on that goddamn robe.
I probably shouldn't have had a sweatshirt on. That's all.
You can take off the robe.
I'm gonna be doing some Beyonce stuff
With the fan. Oh, the single ladies. Mom, you can take off. You can take off the robe.
No, I'm in it.
No, last week I was hot. Last week I was crashing out. Last week I was hot as hell.
It was just because I was just running around, so I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
A girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
She's a true show woman. Do you see this pimple right here?
No.
You can't see it?
Oh, it's a little red.
Yeah. I'm getting a facial next week, and I'm like, oh girl, she's gonna have a field day with my skin, because I just feel like I'm getting all these little I don't know, you can just see, when your skin hits light.
It can be from the heat and stuff too, though.
I don't know, it's getting a little funky. I don't like it.
I made an appointment for me to get a facial in Jersey.
You did?
I never get facials in Jersey, right?
I know. I always bring her to my girl in LA. I'm always like, you need to go. Shout out to Jordan.
Jordan.
I know. I told her, well, I'm doing a podcast this week and we're recording it. And I was like, oh, I like when I leave a facial and I look a little beat up, because that's how I know she put in some work. And I was like, I can't go on camera with my skin all busted. So I moved it to the following week, just so, we can be a little we don't have to worry about having all these little spots all over my face. So the dedication to Hollywood and the beauty is just so exhausting.
Because you shouldn't put anything on your face afterwards. You know what I mean? You don't want to put makeup.
Makeup. That's what I was like. I'm not going to cover it all up.
No. But I made an appointment for, I think next week sometime.
Just like a
facial. Yeah.
Just
a regular one, basic, because I've never been there for a facial. So I didn't want to go in blazing, because what if I don't like it?
Yeah, you're not going to get a cryotherapy C21 on your skin.
I'm not going to do all of that. So I'm just do a regular. I'll find a girl, whoever does it, and then I can go back if I like her.
Extract some shit, put some glowy shit on my skin, make it look moist, and call it a day.
And call it a day. Yes.
Yeah, I love a little rejuvenation. That's great.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I only get to do Jordan when I go there. So, yeah, that doesn't sound good with your boyfriend's name, Jordan. Saying I only get to do Jordan.
It's okay. We keep it in the family. Trust me, if that's the weirdest thing we've said on the podcast, then you don't really know us then.
No, I really don't.
Speaking about rejuvenation, I know last week when I was having my crash out, I've lost 3 pounds.
Yay! Good for you.
Thanks. As toxic as it sounds, because I know
I know. I was just gonna say I was clapping butt. That's not the point.
She's an almond mom. She's like, oh my gosh, she lost 3 pounds. Good job.
No, this is more for
no, because I've been bitching about self-esteem and confidence and feeling insecure and not feeling right and tight. So I was like, okay, 3 pounds. Well, so last week when I was
doing it as a good diet and exercise, you're not doing it as in a bad way. You're doing it all good things for healthy reasons.
Well, I'm clocking.
To see something some benefits from that is that's a good
I
thing.
agree. Yeah. Well, like
Yes.
physical activity, like I'm getting my
Yes.
10K steps in. The eating part, sure, is a little bit better. I had a crispy cantina chicken taco already from Taco Bell last week. I had some nuggets from
I had
McDonald's. So,
Cold Stones last night.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
A side note, you got to stop eating Starbucks. They're saying that they got lead paint and shit in it, like
Yeah,
paint
I
shit.
saw that. I
Yeah,
saw that.
y'all gotta
Yeah.
stop eating it. Anyway, so I was like, okay, 3 pounds, I'll take it, because the week before I was crashing out because I'm like, oh, I'm trying to go in this calorie deficit, clocking my macros, which is like counting your calories, whatever. It's so exhausting. But I'm like, look, if I just stay consistent, stay on it, get a little physical activity, because I went to the doctors and, I was trying to like finagle my way of possibly getting like an Ozempic prescription. And we talked about that and he wasn't budging on it. And I thought, being a gay doctor, he was going
In
to like cut me.
Hollywood,
I
I
know.
I am floored. I'm floored, to be honest.
I think it's because too many people are trying to get the prescription. So they're trying to say, okay,
Yeah, but they're making billions of dollars off of it.
no, I know, but I'm thinking that they're just like, oh, that everybody's gonna come in and be like, I need it. I have food. I even try to use the trigger words. I'm like, I have food noise. I think about it all the time. Like, I was just trying to think of everything I could possibly say. He was like, before we do that, which that didn't even seem like an option. It was like, I gotta go on like these more pills that like suppress I'm like, this seems too much for me. I'm not trying to do all that.
Which that's literally what the injections GLPs do, is food suppressant. So why are you going to take pills versus that?
I had no
I didn't.
idea. So then
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
looking up
weird.
like peptides, which is like a new craze. If you're listening and you know about peptides, fill me in more about it, because
Yeah.
that's like a new thing. And then I'm like, oh, well, just to be honest, I'm scared about injecting myself with any needles, to be like blood work. I mean, that says a
Yes.
lot about me. I don't like to dip and dab in things that I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm injecting into my veins is a McDonald's Diet Coke, if that's an option. But other than that, I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything that I don't know. And the peptides, the shit's like on a black market. You got to order. I'm like, I don't know
Yeah,
how
so
I feel.
that's not, yeah, but all
But
these GLP ones and stuff are all FDA. They're all, yeah.
I know, but I've seen really good results from people that I know with the peptides. So I was
I
like,
know.
okay, a bitch
Yeah,
might
yeah,
need
yeah.
it. So, in the mix of not getting my prescription, where I thought I was going in to like conquer this appointment, I, was there to do my physical, and I ended up like, the takeaway was that I apologized to my doctor for my pubes. Like that's what I apologized to I left there thinking, why did I apologize
That
as he
probably rattled him more than
No, it
anything. He's
did.
a doctor. He's probably like, doesn't even, everybody's different down there. So he probably was like, he's he's a natural kind of guy.
Well, no, so that's the thing. I'm not a natural kind. I like to always keep like a little, you want to make it look cute and like look like it's tamed. I feel like when you see me, you don't think like a rough and rugged man, right? Like, I don't like to have like a lot of facial hair. I don't like my armpits to be like is it unkempt?
Yes.
Unkempt, right? I don't like
Unkept.
yeah,
Unkept.
I thought it was unkempt.
No, it's unkept.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Anyway, I'm like, I don't like having like the chest hair, like,
Yeah.
no, yeah, it's unkempt. I told you.
KEMPT.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
disheveled appearance, unkempt.
huh.
So I, like to like I hate the word manscape too. I will never use that word. It's so fucking stupid. But it's like just taking care of your physical appearance, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I, don't like to have like bushy armpits. I don't like to have a bushy chest experience. And I don't like to have a bushy, in the crotch area, if you will, if we're family friendly this episode, apparently. So I don't like it. It's like,
Me neither.
I, right. And I'm
No.
just,
Yeah.
like, okay, I will, be honest, in a relationship. Sometimes I get a little lazy and it's like, okay, like, the balls are as hairy as, the eyebrows are getting right now. We got some like thing, we're just not caring. And I was kind of like in my, I don't give a fuck era, whatever. And it started to like almost like gross me out because I didn't like that about myself. And I think what really like sealed the deal is that when I went there, I'm like, first of all, it's fucking hot in the doctor's office. Like I literally got up from the tissue paper piece and there was like it was wet for my ass because I was sweating in there. So then as I'm like,
because you were nervous?
I just think it was high. It's like 80 something degrees in LA and probably, yeah, I was a little nervous, but it was a little stagnant in there. So I go to sit down and then I'm like sitting back and it's like, all right, here we are, sir. I'm flopping it out on you. And it just like flops out, but it's just like hair. The hair looks like damp a little bit and wet.
But he wasn't just looking at it to look at it. You were having some groin pain.
Yeah. Every time I'm running lately, it feels like I always felt like
because people are probably like, why is your doctor looking?
Like just letting it flap out. Yeah. It's definitely not that kind of appointment, but
right. There was a reason behind it.
Yeah. But it was just like wet pubes. It was hot. It was like a little damp. It was like sweaty balls. I know. I'm talking about myself like this. I'm like, so, I mean, look, I think it looks cute day to day, but to me, I'm like, I can't, like, I couldn't just walk out of there and be like, hey, I'm sorry you had to see me in that. Like, I wasn't prepared for that. So we're sitting there and I literally look at him. He's across on his computer. He's like typing away. And I'm like, maybe like a minute passed. And I just was like, I know. I was like,
you say it when it's happening.
No, I was like, oh yeah. And by the way, I was like, I realized like that probably wasn't the cutest presentation I could have delivered for you here. But I said, I just got like, I just was like, it was just like, there's a lot of like hair going on down there. And I just wasn't like prepared for that. And he looked like he almost got red. And he just was like, oh, it was almost, he's a gay doctor. So it was almost like, honey, like I've seen worse. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yes.
But it was more of my pride and ego where I cared how it was being like depicted.
How you were presenting.
Yeah.
Presenting.
Yeah. If you're someone seeing you in your glory, you want to make sure the shit looks right, tight, and cute. And you got your shit together, you know? I'm like, I don't want them going down there.
When we go to the GYN doctor, you make sure.
Yeah.
I mean, my GYN doctor is also gay, so it doesn't really
he's not looking at it. Well, I mean, no doctor should really like look at you like.
No, they've seen so many of them. I mean, to them, it's probably like nothing. Yeah.
But don't you feel like as a nurse being in the medical field, like when you see something, it can be funky. And like, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, that lives in your mind. You're like, oh my gosh, I remember I had one patient where their fucking balls were down to their kneecaps and they had hairs this long. Like, you're going to remember that, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Well, oh, I didn't know that was a real thing. Is that a real person?
Huh?
Is that a real person? Why'd you say yes?
I'm saying it because I remember certain people of
exactly
things. Yes.
Yes. It's hard not to associate people with like a memory, a moment, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is my first time seeing this doctor and he's going to remember, oh yeah, that's the guy that came in here.
Not going to check again.
Chewbacca balls that came on this motherfucker. Like that's who it is. I'm like, yeah, I don't want.
He's not going to check you again like that.
No, exactly. So he's always going to think it looked that way. And I'm like, it doesn't, I promise you, it doesn't look that way. So I came home and groomed everything. We're talking ass, chest, tits, crotch. And I'm like, we're locking in because I did not get that Ozempic prescription. So yeah.
No.
There's that.
But
the highlight instead of that was we saw Queen Zara Larsson this week at the Wiltern in Hollywood.
You did. I like her.
Right?
Yes. I told you before I liked her. Out of the 3 girls that you had shown me and went to their concerts, she's the best one. I don't want to say their names because I don't want to diss them.
Yeah, don't diss them. We're not.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It was Addison Rae. And then who was the other one?
Tate McRae.
I didn't go to a Tate McRae concert though.
I know, but you showed me the videos.
Yeah, because in my mind, like the 3 pop girls are.
Yes, Tate remember McRae, that night Addison you made me watch all of each one of them, and I was like, yeah, no, that girl's the best one.
Zara.
And it was Zara.
Yeah. I love them all for different reasons. My big thing. Never ending midnight star.
Doesn't she do that or something?
Yeah, it was a little close to it. Yeah. I think we both, our attempts were both a little sad, but
Yeah, she's the best. See, I didn't want to say their
Yeah,
names.
Barb doesn't like pitting women against one another.
No.
But
It
I
just
did get
she just was my favorite. That's
out of
all
the
I'm gonna
pop
say.
girl hierarchy, those 3 to me are really like in this new generation of girls that are really coming in, and they're giving you like creativity, they're giving you choreo, they're giving you raw vocals, they're giving you branding, and those are the 3 in my opinion like pop girl wise like to watch out for. So I asked you and you didn't bash any of them, you just gave your opinion of where they fell on your thing. I
Yes.
love them all for different reasons. But I do believe she's the one that we gotta watch out for in the sense of she's got a personality, she's got the vocals, she's got the choreo, she's got the branding, and she's been in the game for a minute.
Yeah.
I was very,
And she has a whole I mean, she brought that little girl up
I
on the stage,
know.
so she has a very diverse, following. It's just not one kind of following.
What's hilarious to me because go to a concert,
Diverse in age, sex,
ethnicity, yeah,
ethnicity,
all
all
of
the
the
above.
above.
That's how you're gonna
I said, go to a concert in Los Angeles and you will have a 63-year-old man in a crop top, a gay man in there going, yes, Zara. And then you could have like an 11-year-old girl who's there with her mom. And like, you know, they're like, all
right.
right, honey, we got to be home for school tomorrow. Like
Correct. She
she,
brought that little girl up on the stage. We gotta
yes.
do that one. We still never did Taylor Swift one, and we learned
Oh
that
yeah, we
down that
did. I
thing.
know we did. Barb's talking about TikToks about Zara Larsson has the Lush Life TikTok trend, and she'll
Mhm.
pull out a fan in the audience every concert to do the choreo. And she brought out when me and Jordy went this past week, she brought out like an 11-year-old girl. It's so cute. I posted on my story. But yeah, see, like I like that she's getting the audience interacted. You know, the people are there, the gays are going
Yes.
crazy, the girlies are going crazy.
Yes.
So
Yes.
one
So
thing I
I
do have,
definitely think that she's I like her. Yeah.
yeah, she's Barb's it girl right now.
Yeah.
One thing I do have a problem with though is I am so sick of at these concerts when it's over. Why are people fighting for their fucking life to leave? Like you just showed out for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, getting your life, watching
That's
true,
any
pure
kind of
entertainment.
thing.
Why the fuck are we now elbow to elbow fighting each other to get the fuck out of here? I have a
That's
problem
with
with it.
anything when you're at a concert,
Oh my gosh. It's
sports thing, anything. People, as soon as the lights come up, it's like,
oh my
beep,
gosh. It was, I'm not
fighting to get
kidding.
out. It's like
What are we
everybody's going the
rushing?
same place. We all need to get out the
Oh,
same way we came in.
and
Hate it.
it was the moms with the little kids that
Well,
they're already
they probably had to go to school the next day.
I do get that. But they were like bringing the kids, and I'm talking they were coming in like groups
They were
of like
probably
little
like, "We're
kids.
done." Yeah, yeah.
But
They
no,
probably all had to go to the bathroom. They were probably all starting to whine and tired. So, all right, we're gonna give them a little bit
no,
of
the kids weren't done. The moms were done. They were tired.
exactly.
They were tired. So they're like, you could tell it's the last song, and now all the moms are starting to get up and they're bringing the kids like
Yep.
watching from afar. And it's like, all right, kids. And then
Yes.
they're like beeline into the door, and you see them all packing into the minivan to get out of there. But I just looked around and I'm like,
Yeah.
you are getting your life. You were living your best life. You were so into it. And as soon as those goddamn lights come on, it's like we forgot that we were just a part of that. And we're now all fighting each other to get out of this
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah.
Insane.
Insane. Yep.
No, ma'am.
No.
I was like, I
Don't
want no
like
parts
it.
of it.
That's just like people getting on a goddamn plane
I
or
know. I was
getting
gonna
off of a plane.
yes. I was just gonna say, we know.
Biggest
I know.
yes, you know it. I say
Well,
it all the time. My biggest pet peeve, when we hit the tarmac, doesn't mean you pop up. We still have to park. We still have to do all of that. You're gonna get off the same plane as we're all just sat for 5 hours to get off.
preach, mama, preach.
If you wanna be the first person to get off, buy the damn ticket in the front
Mhm.
row.
Mhm. I know that's right.
Period.
Well, we
Can't stand it. Pop right up. Pop. Where are you going? Where are you going? First of all, you have this much room in
yeah,
a seat to stand and this much in a hole in a aisle.
An
Where are you
airport
going?
an airport's gonna get you cussed out by Barb, let me tell you that. She don't
I
play with the
I
etiquette
don't
at the
play it.
airport.
I don't.
Mm-mm, I don't either.
Cannot stand it.
But
Mm-mm.
I was gonna say the people know we've definitely talked about that a few times on the podcast where
Yes.
people know we are not about the poor mannered etiquette, not having ass people that go on the flights. I can't. I hate when people get up to. It's annoying to me.
That's why I never could understand Southwest having, and I know you've flown it many of times,
They
where
changed it
you
now.
I know, but where you just pick your seat, that's like a
Uh, I
free-for-all.
know it stresses me out. I don't like it. I don't
I
like
just
it.
you know what? I'll pay my
Mhm.
$80 for my seat where I wanna
Barb
sit.
rather take a Spirit Airlines flight than a Southwest flight. That's how you know she's down bad. Well,
I don't really do the Spirit.
no, we try to have some respect. Some respect and decorum.
I've done Frontier.
That's as far as that's as low down as she'll go. Well, I don't know if you're gonna be prepared then because you guys were just saying, and you guys, I mean you and Brett were saying you wanted to go to Hillary Duff's concert. So keeping the pop girls alive and fed, you guys want to go. So, and you guys were talking about even getting Hillary Duff is charging 1,000. What are the prices?
Girl, $1,000 for seats, 250
Mm-mm.
for lawn. I don't know where
Mm-mm.
this is. It's in Philly, but it's all on the lawn. Like it's not even
Mm-mm.
in like
I don't like
Camden on the lawn.
oh,
I don't like,
I don't like a
Camden.
lawn.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
yeah, I don't
So
like the
Brett was
lawn.
very nice in Sydney and asked me if I want to. I was like, no, I think I'll pass.
Yeah, that's
I don't like
crazy.
anybody to spend
That
a
much.
$1,000. 250 I would pay if it was a seat and it's someone I really liked. But to
Yeah.
sit out for a free for all in lawn, no, thank you.
No, because then you gotta the problem with the lawn,
There's no
it doesn't grant me security of knowing that I have my designated seat. Like when I went to the Wiltern to see Zara, we sit at the top where there's seats because sometimes you just want to sit for a minute. You just want to have that space to know that that's yours. A
correct. People
lawn,
on the lawn, people
they
don't know
start
their
tussling and
personal
shit.
space. Yes,
Exactly. I'm not doing that.
me neither.
Imagine getting into a fight at a Lizzie McGuire fucking concert. Absolutely the fuck not. I can't. I can't.
No, and if it rains, if it's hot, if it's
Mm-mm.
mm,
Mm-mm. You're gonna
mm,
be out there, why not in a poncho? Sorry, I'm no.
no,
Mm-mm.
we don't do that.
Yeah,
We've
we
always gotten good seats. The only ones that we did do lawn was your very first concert of Kelly Clarkson. We did lawn.
yeah, we did.
Yes. But other than that, you guys have always had good seats.
Yeah, I like to believe that I like to have a certain stand. This might be like one of the things that I'm uppity about is like
I know.
I need a good designated seat at a like I just don't like a free
Yeah.
for all concert. It doesn't make
Me
me
neither.
feel good. I don't enjoy it. I got to worry about Becky over here getting fucking sloshed and she's falling. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
The only
Well,
concert I ever left, did I ever tell you that?
wasn't
It was Steve Miller and George Thorogood concert. All the oldies who listen will.
I was gonna say I had no idea who that is. But okay.
And it was like the first concert I went to after I had Brett.
Oh yeah, you got lit up.
Yeah. I was drinking them Mike's lemonades and
Ugh.
didn't realize.
Ugh. You were reliving my high school. That's the first thing that every kid I think experiments with. They're like, have a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Well, I was still in my 20s after I had Brett,
Okay.
so
So that's fair.
fair, right?
Yeah, that was fair.
And
Well,
yeah. And your dad had his Camaro,
mhm.
the green Camaro. So yeah, it was not a good night coming home.
You were a little, yeah. She was white girl wasted.
Yeah, I left the concert. I was like, we need to go outside. And of course, if you go outside, you can't come back in.
Damn, she's down bad.
So I was like, well, then I guess we're leaving. We got to go.
But you remember the concert?
I remember like saying I was to the point of like saying I gotta go, and then kind of by the time I got to the car and the ride home. Also, I remember driving home was like flashes of lights, and it just was like everything was whoosh whoosh
It was
and sounds, and
it was a premonition to the star power that you would one day hold, being the star of Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast, right?
yeah, it was all the paparazzi lights.
Yeah. Oh well, speaking of paparazzi, I am working the Oscars this weekend.
I know, I can't wait.
And I was laughing because I was talking about, I shared this story on like TikTok, and I've been kind of putting out like little tidbits of like, Hollywood experiences that I've had and hiccups. And I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, oh, I'm going to save this because I don't know if you saw this because I posted on TikTok, and we know Barb's not big on the TikTok. I worked with a specific celebrity who slammed a door in my face. And it was somebody that I really liked watching growing up. And do you remember who this is or no?
No.
Okay. So we're not going to say the name. So I was assigned to work with this celebrity, right? I loved her, like watched her,
Oh, now I remember who it was.
thought she was funny as hell.
I
And
think so.
when we do the Oscars, we're working with them, right, with the talent, and we're getting them from, point A to point B, making sure they, have their credentials, they're, getting their photos, they're on set, their glam teams there, their stylists, et cetera, et cetera.
Can I
So,
just say real fast how
mm,
Melissa
Melissa,
Peterman,
oh my gosh,
last time we
yes,
love
I
her.
know, I do love her so much.
Oh my god, she was so great. She FaceTime or sent a
Send a
FaceTime.
video,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
She's so
Alright.
sweet, I love her.
So sweet, love her.
She, for people who are listening, that is Barbara Jean, iconic, on Reba,
Reba.
and I got to work with her last year, and
So
she is
sweet.
the
Yeah.
nicest human being. I love her so much. And I told her, like, she sent my mom a video of like, "Hi, I'm Barbara Jean," like kidding
Even her
around.
hairstylist in the
I
back
I
was like,
I know,
"Look
I
at the
know,
shoe."
Deanna, yeah. But I told her, like, those are the most rewarding moments when I work with people like that, because I'm like, "Girl, you do not know how much this one character has manifested themselves into our family," right? Like, Barbara
Yes.
Jean is like she's a legend, she's a legend. So,
Yes.
I love working with people
And
like
I
that.
sing the song all the time,
Yeah,
like, just
Barb's a
to say it.
survivor. She's a single mom who works 2 jobs,
Dubs.
who loves her kids and never
It's in never
stops.
stops.
Yeah, period. So, I'm working with this particular
Oh,
celebrity,
it wasn't Melissa. That's
no,
good. I
not
just wanted
Melissa.
to
Yeah,
yes.
no, no. I love Melissa down.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
this was a couple years back.
Yes, this was
And
years back, yes.
and now I'm coming forward with all these stories because I feel like I'm in a place in my life where I'm like, "Why the fuck am I holding these stories back? They're funny and I want people to know." On to my demise and detriment
Yeah.
sometimes, like a door being slammed in my face. So, I have to get this, celeb that I'm working with from their room. So, when we're doing the red carpets, they will stay, either at one of the hotels, or
Right.
they could, or stay close by. So, they're getting their glam done, and I am like, "Okay, we gotta bring them to set." So, I knock on the door, and I'm doing like and I always get, like, real anxious when I do this, because sometimes if you feel like the energy is not there yet, you're like, "What's overbearing?" Right? Like, these are the intrusive thoughts I live with when I'm doing this. I'm like,
Which you have to be sometimes because you are
I
getting get
know.
in trouble if they're not on
Yes,
their mark, if they're not
and
there,
not on
you're
time,
being yeah,
exactly.
right, you're getting in your ear, "Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?"
Yes.
Yes.
So, I'm like, after that knock, then I'm like, then it's like something like that. Then after the second time, it didn't happen again. And I'm like, girl, like, we got to go. Like, we got to get her out there. So then I'm like, and then it's just like, okay, like, I'm expecting somebody's going to open up the door and be mad. But then I'm like, why am I having to knock this many times? Right.
Right.
So I knocked again. I think I knocked, I'm pretty sure 4 times. The fourth knock, I think the stylist came to the door. She opens up the door and she's like, "Hi," like, I see the celebrity come behind her and slam the fucking door so hard, like, the stylist was cracked behind it. The celebrity puts her hand over, is like, boom, slams it right in my face. And I'm like, I think the fuck not. She just did that. Like, for what reason? Like, what just happened? So I'm like, okay, now this is weird, because this is like the uncomfortable space that I
Yeah,
can live
yeah,
in,
yeah.
right? Because I'm like, what do I do? Because now she's
You gotta
pissed.
do your job,
Yeah,
right.
but she needs to like get here, or I'm gonna get in trouble. My boss, who I care about, is gonna get in trouble, right? So I end up waiting like a beat, and I knock on the door. But before that, I heard her say, like, "Don't ever open up the door if I'm, like, not ready to open up the door." Like, I heard that shit, so I was like, "Okay, something's going on." So then I'm waiting there, knock again, no one answers. Knock the second time, she comes out with her makeup artist, and they don't even look at me, just beeline right past me as I'm sitting out front of their hotel room in the hallway, and now I'm just watching them shimmy in their dress, and the stylist, or the makeup artist just, like, combing her hair as she's walking. They pay me dust. Head to the elevator, and I'm thinking, "You can't walk out." Like, I need to make sure you have, like, your
Right.
credential. Is your
My job,
stylist
right.
coming?
I have a job to do.
Nothing. No communication whatsoever. So I'm like, "Okay." So then I'm chasing after them, so then I get to the elevator. They don't hold the door for me. The elevator goes down. So then I'm literally chasing after them. And I'm like, those are the moments that I'm like, "Oh my gosh," like, you could wanna work with somebody and, like, you love
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
and then something like that happens, and you're like, "Oh, that
yeah.
just put such a bad taste in my mouth." But then I learned that the stylist was, like, 2 hours late, and I think, like, the celebrity was, like, taking the energy out.
On
Like, it was
you.
misplaced
Yeah,
energy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm like, "Girl, I got feelings too. I'm sensitive. You can't just, like, slam a door in my face." But then once we got to the carpet and where she was supposed to be, it was like, "Hi, honey." And I'm like, "Oh," like, I
Yeah,
don't even think that registered to her that she did that.
yeah. No,
But
she was just probably pissed about the whole situation, and unfortunately, you were then
I was collateral
pressing her,
damage.
yeah, and pressing to get this going, and yeah.
I'm like,
But I'm
"Girl."
excited for you to go this year.
I know, me too. Because I feel
Yeah.
like I've been really in the thick of the movies and watching
Yeah, yeah,
them.
yeah. Me too.
Usually, I don't, like, invest in that type of stuff that much, but, like, Grammys are usually my favorite show, but Oscars, I'm, like, fully locked in. I've seen them all, so I'm like, "Okay, who are we gonna see?"
Maybe one day I'll get a
I
video from
know.
Leo.
Leo? Oh, I thought you were gonna say maybe I could go. I'm like, "I know. I wish I
Oh,
could
that
bring
too,
you."
but
Leo?
Leo? Yes, Leo.
Really?
Yeah,
That's who
hello.
you want your
Out
one.
of all of them, yes, I would do yes.
You're choosing Leo over Ross Matthews and Melissa Peterman? That's really fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Never, but as in yeah, that would
Well,
be could you imagine? Oh my god.
what? Getting a video from Leo?
Yeah.
Well, that was like Brad Pitt. I called you. I was at
Oh, yeah.
Casa Vega. It's this happening Mexican spot.
With Benicio del Toro. Oh,
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 that's who she's into now?
Benicio. I've always been into Benicio.
Oh, you have. Well,
Yes,
there's
he
always
has a
moments
look. Ugh, ugh.
where I wish you were with me because I was literally at Casa
So
Vega
I
with
could
2
be
of my
like,
girlfriends. Yeah, and Brad Pitt is literally just sitting at a booth with, like, this woman, and I'm like, "Yo, it's Brad fucking Pitt." Like, I
when
don't
I just told the story to my girlfriends about, um, the person who snubbed me at the
Oh.
Grove,
No, we can say who it is. I've said it before. Mario Lopez snubbed my mom, and
and
I
I
don't
will
care.
not forget
I
it.
will not forget it either.
I told the girls about it. I was like, he was looking around and everything, and I was being just sweet and being like, I'm not gonna go bother him. I'll just wave to him and get a little wave back.
This was, like, your
Did one of
first.
these.
Oh, yeah, he was like, "Bitch, who? I'm not even
Yeah.
checking for you." Granted, it was early
Pushed
as
and then
hell.
kept pushing you back in the crowd so you weren't behind him.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Wait, I need to share this story, like, on social media, but my mom we went to the Grove. It was our first time
Don't we
ever
have
in
a clip?
LA.
We have a clip
Yes.
of us being on the show, right?
Yes, but I'm not. And
You
it was
said, "Bitch, you're taking my limelight.
yeah,
Keep it
yeah.
moving."
This is how delusional we are as a family. It was Extra. It was a taping of Extra with Maria Menounos and Mario Lopez
When
at the
they used to
Grove.
do at the
They used to film it there,
mhm.
and we went. This was like 2012, and we wanted to go to LA. We've never gone, and this was before I even lived here. And
Yeah,
we got to the Grove, and we got there early as hell because we were coming up from like Marietta, California, which is like 3 hours.
right, we were with
And
my cousin. Mhm.
yes. and my mom saw Mario at, like, the coffee spot at the farmer's market there, and she was like, this is, like, her first celebrity encounter. She's like,
Yes, yes.
"There he is. There he is."
Now I'm a pro at it. Now
Yeah,
I
now
don't.
she'd give a
Yeah.
hair flip. Mario Lopez who, honey? We got
Yes, right.
Melissa Peterman and Ross Matthews, bitch, move over. So you see Mario and he's getting coffee. He's like definitely not beat to the gods yet. Like he don't have all the makeup on. And you like do a little wave and he literally does
I
one of
do like
these
a
like
little, like he's literally what, 10
it,
feet away
yeah, it
from
was
me,
close.
20 feet away from me, totally saw me because who else am I freaking waving to?
Yeah, yeah, you
I
guys
just
had
did a little like, hi, like
and it was
excited to see him. And he did one of these.
like who was that to? That wasn't to me. Could never be to me.
Yeah.
And then my mom and my brother and my cousin made up a conspiracy theory because when they used to pull in extras, we want there to be extras in extra. And they have people in
Yeah,
the
it
crowd that
happened.
stand there.
Yeah, it happened that way. Like we were like, oh, they're gonna do it. Let's do
No, we
it.
went there for that.
Oh, did we? Oh,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because I wanted to work in entertainment news, so everybody's
Oh,
like, "Let's."
Michael was like, yeah.
Yeah. And they removed me and separated me from my family in
They
the
kept
video.
pushing you back. It was all of us lined up, and they kept pushing you behind people, and pushing more of the girls up front, remember? Like,
Yes.
behind all the girls. The boys kept getting pushed back, but Paul kept getting, "Go, go." Brett was to the side, but you were, like, right behind me, and
Mhm.
they kept pushing you back and pushing the girls in front, girls in front.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we ended up watching it, and, like, I remember the lady's like, "Oh, you'll still be in it," and we watched it, and I literally was not in it, but my family was, every single one of them but me, and then I think in order to comfort me and to make me feel better, they're like, "You're just too handsome that Mario was" and, NBC execs were calling and saying
Him
that
saying, right, "Take that nice looking kid out from
yeah,
the behind him, he's taking the limelight."
yeah, I'm like, "That's exactly what they were thinking." So in our delusional mind, that's the narrative that we will always hold now, so
That's what we hold. Yep,
mhm.
he didn't want a nice looking guy, everybody looking at the screen saying, "Damn, who's that behind Mario?"
I know.
Yeah.
Well well, speaking of animosity and holding, I have a grudge right now with my boyfriend
Uh-oh.
because I realized today that Jordan did something to me unintentionally that triggered something within me from childhood, right? Like, for everyone's listening to Barbara, I grew up in a house where, like, my dad would touch everything, 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 everything. Like, you leave it, it's touched, or you, like, put you have, like, a t-shirt out and it's, like, now it's 3 sizes too small, it doesn't fit, and it's like, it just I grew up like that. We all, me, you, and Brett fucking hate when someone touches our things and they don't speak to you about it or they don't do it. Like, it is such a, like, a trigger, right?
Yeah.
So, unintentionally, we are redoing our apartment, and I have, like, this filing cabinet that my mom got me, and it's, like, not the cutest, and it is an eyesore, and we have it here because it has, like, all of my red carpet credentials and things like memorabilia from Hollywood, right, that I saved over the years. So I came out today, and he's going through all of it, and granted, it probably was, like, a nice gesture because I wouldn't wanna sort it through all of it because it would be, like, caught up in, like, "Oh, look at this or that," and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
thinks if I'm going through it, I'm gonna try to save everything,
Right,
but
you're not gonna get rid of anything.
no, but he went through it, and I, like, don't like having not the control of knowing, like, where does it go? Where is it being, like, distributed to? How is it being
Mhm.
organized? Like, that is such a trigger to me, and it's also my own issue, but I was like, he unintentionally, by trying to do something, triggered me, and it brought me back to, like, being like a little kid again where I was like, "Oh, someone's touching my shit, like, don't touch it." I don't I yeah, that's something that, like, I know you feel that way about
Yeah.
even, like, adults, like, if someone touches your stuff because of how we're in our ecosystem, like, that is such a trigger of
Yes.
like, if I feel like just everything that's mine, like, which is not a lot of stuff, I don't just have, like, memorabilia everywhere, but, like,
Yeah, yeah.
little things like that, someone touching it, it just feels like, almost like a violation. And
Yes,
I
yes.
know that's not the intention. Like if you did it, I would still feel that way with you, but I
Of
still
course.
know that like you didn't mean to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, we all are
Like
like
when I
that.
came home and you were emptying out all my drawers in my kitchen. Yes, I get that.
Yeah, right. That I guess
Right?
this is my karma, yeah, because I did that. I tried to do it to you, and
No,
this is
you
well, I
did
did do
it.
it. But in my
And I came
fairness,
home and he had a whole bag and he was going through my drawers in my kitchen and just throwing everything out.
in all fairness, though,
No,
you
no, no, no,
no. In
no,
all
no.
fairness, you were slightly teetering hoarder behavior.
No, everybody chime in. Everybody has a junk drawer in
No.
their kitchen. Oh, yes, they do.
Okay, that's fine.
Everybody has a junk drawer.
Girl, you had loose batteries.
Yes,
You
it's a junk drawer.
you have a hair clip at closing a bag of chips that have been in there for over a year. You have menus, like hard copy menus, like I'm talking duplicates of like every possible restaurant around
Yes.
you in the South Jersey region.
They
I'm like,
mailed them to me.
we live in 2026. You don't need that anymore. Like recycle it. So yeah, those are things like my shit is like notes and like pictures and like credentials of like credits that I have on
Get me off.
look, see exactly. Now the fire's too hot. She's fanning herself. But you know it's accurate. So sure, I overstepped my boundaries, but I did do it with a pure intention. And that's where I realized Jordan was doing it with a pure intention. But yes, agreed. It does rile you up a little bit.
It riles you up.
Somebody's
But
coming.
and it's your possessions. It's your possessions. It's just your space. Like it's your thing. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we have over the last couple of weeks in family therapy, we've talked about like triggers of like,
Yeah.
what are something that, Barb, you do to the boys, or what did the boys do to you, or etc.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, wow, how convenient that like something in actual family therapy is coming up in real time that I could probably take this to my own therapy session and dissect like what that is. So I was like, what a great way to bring Brett into the conversation and kind of get into what we've been dissecting in family therapy over triggers. So let's welcome Brett to the podcast.
Brett.
He's on.
Oh.
I love to give a warm welcome to the third member of this beautiful little trio I'm so lucky to have in my life. Let's give a round of applause to my brother Brett and Barb's son.
Hi.
Hi, Brett.
Damn, this is on a regular basis
I
this
know.
season.
He went with going no contact with the podcast to being a newfound member of the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom roster. So we're so honored that you've taken the time out of your busy schedule and life to fit some quality time in with us.
Yes, we appreciate it.
While sitting backstage, I was listening. Why were you showing your dermatologist your penis?
Oh, it wasn't my it wasn't while you were sitting backstage. It wasn't my dermatologist. It was my doctor.
Because you were talking about dermatologists, then I heard you about like your bush, and I was just.
Oh no, we were talking about an esthetician, like getting a facial.
Oh, okay.
And then I think we transitioned into.
I was like, I didn't know that they did that there.
Is that a hard transition? See, are the people going to think that? We
No,
like to.
That's Brett's selective hearing. He hears dermatologist, then he hears bush. He's trying to put it all together.
I'm all for the bush.
He got excited.
I did.
Yeah, you like hair.
I do.
I don't want to know this.
I like a hairy armpit. My friends make fun of me. Like it's a thing. I like hair.
Is that your kink?
It's my kink, my armpit kink. Yes.
Brett likes it. I'm like, I'm not one of those people. If it looks good on you, I like it. But I'm just saying, for me, I don't like. When you just look at my face, like I'm like, I just don't
clean cut.
Yeah, but it's not something that it just kind of like that's who I am. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't work with me.
But I do like both of yous with facial hair.
Yeah. Well, I don't really ever have facial hair.
No, you have like a very fine,
stubble.
Stubble. I like it like that. And Brett's, I like his on him.
Well, because it's patchy. There's literally a freaking bald spot under my chin right here.
I know. I get them here.
I'm like, why is there a bald spot there? I don't get it. Well, speaking of bald spots, Brett, and your pubes. No, I'm just kidding. What last week or 2 weeks ago when you came on, you said you had something to tell me before we get into the triggering stuff that we're going to talk about.
Sure.
You had a
This could be
story.
part of it.
Okay, you had a story that you had to share with me.
So yeah, I had a dream the other night, and I woke up because what happens, I will remember a dream, and then throughout the day, completely forget about it.
Yeah,
so I asked ChatGPT and told them that way, like it's on there, remember, and like what it means.
Okay, so I said, Brett just took an ounce of the ocean water for everybody, just for him to recite this story on the podcast, just in case anyone's wondering. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
I just woke up from a dream where my mom started drinking a Diet Coke, and my brother started to tell me I should stop drinking Diet Coke. Then I said, I don't even drink that. I drink Coke Zero. And before I finished, he said, you have to stop drinking that too. And then you started to drink Coke Zero
instead of the Diet Coke.
So like, no, mom was.
You were telling I was drinking a Diet Coke. You were drinking a Coke Zero, but you told him not to drink.
Well, how it started was like no one was drinking anything, and then you were like, you start out of nowhere to be like, you have to stop drinking Diet Coke, and then mom started to drink a Diet Coke, and I was like, I don't even drink Diet Coke, and you're like, oh, what, Coke Zero? You can't drink that either, and then you opened a Coke Zero.
That sounds accurate.
My mom started to jump into saying the same thing. They were both drinking Diet Coke while saying this. I started to get real angry. So angry, I almost punched my brother. What does that mean? And it said, you're being judged, and the combination points to a deeper feeling. I'm being judged or corrected unfairly.
Wow. What a perfect segue into triggers.
It's misunderstood, unfairly criticized, or controlled.
Do you feel that way?
No, maybe a little bit.
That was very high pitched.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, so that falls into triggers.
Didn't it say it more though? Didn't it say more to it? Like,
yeah, it's a lot. Like,
yeah, just read some of it.
He did.
This can connect to real life feelings, like being told how to behave emotionally, being corrected for things you don't think are actually wrong, or feeling like expectations for you are stricter than for others. The almost punching your brother part. I'm tired of feeling controlled, judged, and misunderstood.
I think from hearing that is actually sometimes accurate. Like, because like, for example, Brett will be like, I want to be like skinny, and I don't want, I'm like, I just have like, I don't want, I want to lose this extra like stubborn, like, couple pounds. And then like, we'll go to dinner and he'll be like, can I have a Coca-Cola? Can I have a 7-Up? And I'm like, oh, just like, if you want it, just get like a diet product, right? That is exactly what I got from that, is what I felt like. You don't like that, but to me, I'm like, those are just like such the smallest like little changes that you could do. That's so easy, that gives you what you want, but like takes away the unwanted calories for something so simple like that. That's what I got from that.
It said the real life meaning is you're feeling judged or controlled somewhere in life, possibly by an authority figure.
So do you want me to answer my stance on this, or do you want
to
talk about...
What is your... I refer to it as is like, sometimes I feel like, which we talked about in therapy, is like, you will set rules of like, moving forward, you can't do this anymore. Like, I don't want you to bring this up or do this, or like, and that like maybe set a boundary, and then you will do the exact same thing you set a boundary for. I feel like sometimes that happens.
Okay. I disagree, but I'm going to hear you and I receive it, but I disagree with that.
Because you were like, oh, are you the one thing where I was asking for, oh, are you looking for validation? Remember? And then and then the next minute you're like, you did the same thing. You're looking like you. It wasn't
the next day. It was like.
But you did it again. And I remember I was like, oh, are you getting external validation?
No, because we were at a conversation and you were like, does everyone like my hair? Do we like my shirt? Do we like this? And I said, and you were like, is someone going to answer me? Like someone going to, and I'm like, okay, but I'm like, that's exactly how you sound too when you do that. And I'm like,
no,
okay.
Don't.
And I'm like, so do you want are you asking for validation? Because I feel like no matter what any of us will say, you still will be like, and do you like, what about this? So I was like, okay, let's call it what it is. Do you want us to truly answer, or do you want validation? And then when you brought it up to me, I was like, yeah, I am seeking out validation.
Right. And we had that talk on this before about everybody needs some type of validation sometimes.
To some extent. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then call it what it is. Say you want it then. Ask for it. Don't sit there and beat around the bush.
Say, damn it, validate the hair.
Yeah,
validate the shirt.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
I know, but it's like it was everything. It was like the shirt, the shoes, the pants, the hair. I'm like, girl, we can only validate like a couple things.
Indecisive. He's a very indecisive person. Hence why when we whisper at the table, it's really what he should be getting.
Yeah,
sure, Jan. So okay, so your trigger is that one of your triggers? So before we go around, would you say a trigger is?
I feel like if we set something for like a rule or a boundary or like a thing that bothers you, if you say you doing this bothers me, and then it's like, okay, then we all have to live by that.
And if
rule.
we don't,
then it's like
the
person who set the rule can't.
Is he speaking or are you speaking?
No, I'm saying, so that is what's trigger.
Why'd you already jump? Why'd you jump in? Why'd you jump in? Why'd you jump in?
I was giving you a segue.
Oh, sure. Oh, girl.
I was giving you a segue. I thought you wanted to go into the triggering thing.
Oh, I do, but we're still keeping this in here because I don't fully believe that that's why you're doing it, but okay.
That's why I was doing it.
Okay. So Brett, my trigger is for you. You're saying the trigger that I trigger you is that I apply one thing to you, but then I do it and it's not consistent, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, in general, though, yes, I was using you as an example because that's the one I can reference. But I'm saying anyone who, like, if I'm saying, oh, like,
well, got it. We're gonna give each other one. So to each person, a trigger. So okay, your trigger is that for you're saying that it's across the board. What's selective trigger then? Like, what's something I do? Because I already know what I'm saying. Like, we're giving each other. I'm saying to mommy what her trigger is for me and what my trigger is for you. What she just did was a trigger for me because every time I have a conversation with Brett, my mom always wants to jump in and defend it or find a way to, and she's shooting me the finger right now, and find a way to like step in instead of just like, why doesn't she do that for me when Brett is going after me, right? But then I say something and then that's when she wants to jump in. So that's a trigger for me. And a trigger for Brett for me is that Brett always wants to think that he's in a place of speaking to me that he knows what my reaction is going to be, right? Like he says, oh, I don't bring this to you because and I'm like, I fucking hate that because I'm like, oh, you're already putting me in a box of what you think I'm going to do. And you don't know that to be true because you haven't asked me. So now I'm actually mad that you're telling me that's how I'm going to act, but I'm only acting like this because you didn't do it. That's what triggers me. So those are my two triggers for you bitches. So what's up?
All right. My trigger for Polly is, I'll just do my trigger for mom.
I was going to say, you just said Paul's.
Well, no, that wasn't for Paul. That was
it's just now it's another one. It's an extra one for me. No, so okay, go ahead.
My trigger for mom is like say I had a test tomorrow. It's like, and like to me, it's already on my mind. I already know I have my test tomorrow. My test tomorrow. Like I'm not thinking about it. So she's like, just so you know, like it's just like you have a doctor's. You know how to get there. It's like the doctor's. It's it's like that stuff. It's like the.
No, like, you're saying you say that when he's talking.
I'm not done yet. Let me finish my trigger. And it's like, girl, I have a full.
Because you're mixing up two different triggers.
But no, so you do that. It's like you should write it down. You should write it down just so you don't forget. Because once you see, it's like, girl, I do a 9 to 5. I know how to get to like work. Like I have a life. Like,
I am gonna jump. I might jump in here and actually gonna defend. I'm going to defend you. I'm going to defend her. Was that two triggers? Was that two triggers or one?
That was two, because the other one he was starting to say, which I do try to be better at.
It's the same thing. It's like when it's like you come me feel to me incapable.
No, when you come to me and you're expressing like you're anxious or something, I sometimes then bring up something that probably isn't the best time to be.
Oh yeah, you do that. It's like I just came home from work after working an 11-hour shift. Hey, you forgot to do this, or like, don't forget you have this tomorrow. You have this to do, or did you text Paul back? It's like,
or I'll be like, hey, this is
the best time to tell me.
You know that this is due, or did you pay that, or is this done, or you didn't do? You have all this stuff,
and it's always at the worst time. It's never like, oh, like
I pile on.
It's like, yes, it's always like if I'm stressing about something, well, don't forget you have this. It's like, okay.
But what are you going to do about that? And what are you going to do about this?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so I'm jumping in to defend you for the sake of Brett struggles sometimes with like being forgetful and like losing track of things.
I don't. You guys, again, I don't.
You do. You didn't even know what I wanted to order the one day. Like you do. And it's okay. But like, that's what it is. So I think mommy does what like a mom does. And she like, how can I make his life easier? So sure, it's annoying because Brett doesn't like to hear it and it can feel patronizing, but it's actually the intention is that like she wants you to remember so then you don't get like further sunken down by all the shit that you're forgetting to do. That's how I take that. But I understand why it can feel annoying.
Yes.
Okay, who's next?
Barb.
Both you bitches annoy me all the time.
Period. Brett looks like he still got something to say, but go ahead.
No.
Okay. Go ahead, Mom.
What triggers me from you two?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, didn't you have one for me, Brett? Or didn't you say I was catching another stray out here? What was the other one?
No, that was the one. The
I don't know.
I said you guys both fall under that category of like the
Okay.
Patronizing
Got
kind
it.
of thing. I feel like I'm gonna jump in for Mom. It's like Mom's like I feel like sometimes like we like call her, and I understand we're her kids and she's our mom, but like we'll call her and go, oh my god, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. Like we just kind of we're both ranters sometimes. We both call her to rant, and it's like okay, bye. Like I feel like maybe we don't give you.
Oh, I don't feel like I do that anymore. I feel like I always try to ask you.
Like I don't give her the space to complain.
But that's not a trigger.
Okay.
Unless it is one for her.
No.
A trigger.
A trigger is. Here's one.
Oh God.
A trigger is Brett doesn't clean up after himself, and then when Paulie comes here, he cleans up everything.
So you get the extreme of
that's a big one.
Everything.
That's just you, but like I hate people touching my things. Like I hate it's like I left this can of Coke down like for 5 seconds, like someone's like grabbing it or like or I left
see how it was the Coke and not the Diet Coke. Exactly. Mom. Okay, Mom. So it's triggering that's a trigger for you?
Yeah. Or yes, like it's
because we're both different extremes of the spectrum.
I feel like there's a different trigger for us. I feel like it's the way that we respond and emotional conflict could be triggering for you more so than that. I feel like we're very reactive, emotional people, and I think that is triggering for you, actually, if I can speak on your experience. That's what I would say. I think that when I'm upset, like my mom's gonna know, Brett's gonna know, Jordy's gonna know, like everyone who's around me is gonna know that I'm upset.
Yes.
And I think sometimes that's triggering because it's like, well, my mom feels like she's walking on eggshells because she's like, well, how can I placate to him? Because if I say one thing, he's going to be mad at me. If I don't say something, I think that's triggering for her. With Brett, I think the same thing.
I think it's triggering because we lived in a house where we always felt like we walked on eggshells.
Well, I think that's why it's triggering for her.
So that's what I'm saying. So I feel like it's triggering, not that like you're anywhere near that. I'm just saying like if you are in a bad mood, it's like I sometimes get stuck of like how do I don't know how to approach it sometimes. So that's why it's like that's
Sweetie, is it about you or is it about her right now? You got triggers out the
front. On top of what you're saying. I'm just saying like what you're saying like on eggshells, you're right though. Like
how's he jumping in, taking your trigger now and claiming it as his own fucking trigger now?
You said your damn triggers.
I know. He had 4 fucking triggers.
This is not about you though. It's just about like the general triggers though.
He had 4 fucking triggers already. I'm like
yelling another trigger.
Jesus
yelling
Christ.
is a trigger for me. Yeah. Or not.
Confrontation's just period a trigger for you.
Yes. Confrontation is a trigger for me, period.
When me and Brett argue, that's a trigger for you.
Oh my God, that's a huge, yes, there you go. Huge trigger.
But the problem with that is
the turmoil inside of me, I can't even explain it.
I know. And that's the tricky thing that puts you in that space, because if we're being honest here, fighting is inevitable. And like,
I know, but
you always will like have this like feeling towards it, but it's like it kind of is something that's always going to happen. I feel like the floor is just being ripped out from under me. Like She
my
gets
kids are
lightheaded standing up.
She just not lightheaded, just standing up.
like that. My kids are never going to talk to each other.
Yeah, well,
they're not going
like
to
that's
like
that. But like
yeah, you
that's
get
like that's
too
your intrusive
extreme.
thought, because like that's like unfortunately that's not gonna happen. Like,
well, I don't know if I keep piling up the fucking triggers, it might happen, bitch. But yeah, I'm like, the fuck.
They're not that when they pointing at you though. It was just the one. I'm
kidding.
I was using you as an example. Sorry,
I know.
I'll use Barbara as an example.
It's okay. Pile on me.
Yeah, but no, that yes, I will agree with. Like, I have little triggers too, but that is a huge
yours aren't as like yours don't feel as heavy as me and Brett's do. I feel like me and Brett have more of like a couple things. You're actually, I don't feel like yours are that I don't feel like yours are that crazy. I mean, I don't think any of ours are that crazy, but
I think we have a lot of shared triggers though, like because of
raising voices,
yelling, slamming things, like things like all those types of things, or like feeling on eggshell. Like those are all
criticism. Like if I do,
you're right. If I want work and I feel like I'm being criticized for it, that's the big one for me.
I don't deal well with criticism if I feel like it's unwanted, but I don't know if I feel like, to me, I always feel like I know what decision I have to make, but I do like getting the opinions of the people that I love the most. But I feel like I always know what decision I'm going to make. And then I feel like with mommy, I'll be like, well, like, why don't you add like, and I know she's just like trying to be like, you know, if there's a situation, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the Ozempic thing, you're like I'm like, that's triggering because I'm like, I've tried with this doctor. I thought he was gay. We were going to well, he is gay. I was like, okay, we have a connection. He's going to understand my pain. And you're like, as a mom, you're seeing me be so conflicted with like my body image and my self-esteem that you're like, go again, ask him, call the partner. And I'm like, it's because she wants to see me thrive and feel my best. But I'm like, girl, as I just ordered 6-piece McNuggets to my house while we were doing this, and you guys were talking about triggers, but I felt like, you know, in that moment, it's like, oh, it's triggering because I'm like, that's of course I want that, but it's just not going to happen. And it's like, you know, you'll give like an opinion or something. And I'm like,
if I want something for you guys, because I know you want it.
Exactly.
And it's something, yes, then I get to extreme. Yes.
I'm triggered by this fucking conversation, bitch. Bitches. Before we part ways with our trigger talk, I feel like we need to I think next episode we got to dissect this like further. This could have been its whole own episode, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely.
I
really
know.
could. I'm like, should we just cut
have
the rest
therapy before that?
Yeah, I'm like,
next episode. Maybe we need therapy before.
I do need.
I need to come back to it. We can.
I need to reach out
better about it.
I need to reach out to him actually about that.
Yeah.
You just reminded me. Is this going to be triggering for you guys if we bow out of the episode so I can go eat my chicken McNuggets?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Watch the next episode.
See, we all just said yes, totally. Like that was an honest. We all were like, yes.
No, I said, is it going to be triggering to you guys? And you guys are like, yeah. Why would it be triggering?
Because we don't want you to leave, sweetie.
Because we don't want you to leave.
Oh, well,
we're saying as a good thing. You're like, oh, is it going to trigger you? We're like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it's a good thing.
Oh, I thought you guys would say no because, like, yeah, go eat your nuggets and have fun. Like, we love you.
Girl.
Bye.
No, say we're
okay.
like,
I still don't.
That's why I said, oh, that is triggering.
I want to thank the people for once again showing up, listening to our triggers, and hopefully you don't get triggered by this episode. And because you know why?
And let us know what everybody else's triggers are.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Well, good segue, Mom. Yes. Let us know what your triggers are at Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast at gmail.com, honey. Get into it. Email us your questions, your triggers, what you think on the episode. Make sure that you are subscribed on YouTube. We drop a new episode every Monday at 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST. Please make sure you're listening on Apple or Spotify as well, because we're posted up there. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok at Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom, as well as Facebook. And if you don't, that will trigger me because I put in a lot of work on this podcast. So I love you all for listening continuously. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I know Brett and my mom feel the same way. We love you all for showing up. And Barb, Brett, who wants to take this away? I think Brett wants to try it again.
Did you guys know we sprung forward this overnight?
Oh, yeah, we talked
You
I
lost an
lost
hour.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I was a little sleepy this morning.
Well, we're hanging up now. I'm hanging up now.
I'll call you later.
Call you later. Hanging up now. Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.